Hi, I am Dr. Neena Sawant. I'm a psychiatrist at KEM Hospital, Mumbai. And today I am going to talk to you about a perennial issue which is an all time favorite, the Made in India. Prior to lockdown, life was very calm, peaceful, going on well, primarily because we all had our maids to do all the work. Some of us had a couple of them, some were fortunate to have many, depending upon the division of work. And that was good because if one did not turn up, then the other would always do the work. And we did not have to lift a finger. Post lockdown, things have changed. And this is because the maids have been locked out. And in the first week of lockdown itself, I think our body has realized the amount of twisting, turning, forward and backward bending we are supposed to do. And somewhere we've also realized that we are not so physically fit as we thought we were, despite all the gymming that we were doing. Post lockdown, yes, we have done division of the maid's work. So it is separate chadu, pocha, bartan, kapda, which is divided amongst the 4 people in the family. Each one does his share. Before, we had umpteen suggestions for the maid. झाड़ू जरा बराबर से निकालो, कोने में कचरा रह गया है, बिस्तर के नीचे बराबर पोछा मारो, बर्तन अभी भी गंदा है. And now with the role reversal, I doubt any of us complain. The work is getting done. That's great for us. In fact, I've seen family members just sweeping the broom across the room. Chhado ho gaya. So many of my friends say, "Roj pocha karne ki kya zarurat hai? The house looks spanking clean. Let's do pocha once a week." Well, बर्तन ज़्यादा मत निकालो. भाई एक ही ग्लास निकाला है ना, अभी उसी में रोज अभी सुबह से लेकर शाम तक पियो. वापस धोने को मत डालो. These are the things we tell our family members because we don't want those utensils piling up. Wow. When the tables have turned, I think we have understood our maids much better. And I hope this understanding persists and we have this humane touch when they come back to work after the lockdown. Whether they will come back is another question because there has been an exodus of people to the native places because there was scarcity of food. There's so much of insecurity whether things will work out that we all ourselves don't know if the maids will come. In India, we have been having this luxury of, being dependent on them because we've always had labor and cheap labor, in fact. And they've always worked without a grudge. I mean, despite all my suggestions every day, nagging, which you would probably get in all the homes that you would work, apart from yours, the woman never took a day off. She's always like the housewife, working all 30 days of the month, maybe an occasional off. And we've realized that, we do not like this menial, unskilled job. None of us are comfortable doing it. So we are happy to be dependent on them. We need them. And why not? But post-lockdown, the scenes might change. They have changed because now in some households, people are saying, I don't want to keep maids. I can do it very well. I've become very efficient. Yes, one has become very efficient because it doesn't take much to learn. It's a skill which, when you practice every day, teaches you how to do it efficiently. So should one chuck out the maids post-lockdown? Well, I would ask you to think about it. One shouldn't. If you look at the pay packet that we are giving them, if you have about 3 to 4 maids, the cumulative amount wouldn't be more than 30 grand. And that's not much when you think about the amount of work that is done. And once the lockdown opens and you're back to your work and responsibilities, I don't think you have the time to do the housework. Then it's going to be very frustrating, depressing, and yes, you will be highly irritable if you don't have somebody to do that work. So think twice. Also, people are thinking about whether we should pay them for these 2 months. That is another question, of course. Our Prime Minister and the government is saying, please don't cut the salaries, give it to them. If you look at the amount, again, like I said, it is not much. In fact, if a family of 8 goes for dinner and drinks, the entire cumulative pay of all the 4 maids would be finished in an hour. Or if you buy a couple of dresses, the amount just goes. So if you look at that, and if you look at the work that woman is doing for 1 month, and how she adds to her savings, how she has become financially independent, how she feels good about the same, I think we should think twice. There are many societies which are wondering, whether to give the pay, because the maid may be working at 4 homes in that society. So if one person decides to give, then it would be, bearing on the others that yes, compulsorily we would also have to give. I don't think so one should be in such a spot. Everybody can decide that let's give some amount. You can give 75%, 80% of the pay. You can tell them that maybe the rise in pay next year may not be that much. I'm sure they'll understand. But don't please not give them the money. It is going to be very difficult for them. We have to understand that woman's perspective. She is obviously going through some amount of anxieties. She also is probably worried about her future. She does not know whether she is going to get her job. There's so much of uncertainty. We have empowered women by creating jobs for them. So I don't think we should remove them or take their jobs away. It's my appeal to all of you. Let's be the foundation that this society needs. Let us reach out and help all those who are in crisis. Because if we are there for them and we understand them, we know that they are the ones who've made us by being our mates. Thank you.